Pisces, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 14th to Sunday, May 20th, 2018. Now before I get started, I just wanted to make one announcement. First of all, new moon, Taurus, happening this Tuesday. Railroad, outside, train. I gotta run straight through my backyard, almost. But we got a new moon happening on Tuesday. I think it's going to be a major new moon coming because we've got Uranus changing signs 2 hours after this new moon. Very unusual. Uranus only changes signs once every 8 years, and it doesn't always change signs on a new moon into the sign of the new moon coming in. So I think it's going to be super important, bringing lots of unexpected events and hopefully an opportunity for you to break free from some old things that have been bogging you down, to come into new chapters, even if it is quite frustrating to get there with the Mars square. If you want to learn more about that and how it will affect your sign, you can check that out down below at the link in my description box where I go more into detail about that. I will talk about the new moon in Taurus in this video, but I won't go into nearly as much detail just because I got a lot of other stuff to talk about as well, and I just want to let you know about that. Okay? So that's what's going on. Now Pisces, for your horoscope this week, I'm going to start with, again, Mars and Uranus, just because they're big players. We've got Mars this week, starting in Capricorn, ending in Aquarius. We've got Uranus this week, starting in Aries, ending in Taurus. We've got them squaring the whole way through. Now Capricorn, for you, where Mars is going to be at the beginning of this week is in your 11th house of your goals, your dreams, your hopes for the future. And Uranus in Aries is in your second house of money, of confidence, of your gifts and skills and talents. And I think what's happening here is that you are really trying to break free, to make money in unusual ways, to make money doing things that really resonate with you, to use skills that you feel like you're more gifted at coming in, okay? And to express yourself more authentically. And I think that could be hard because you wanting to make money in weird ways, use different gifts and skills, is maybe hard for you to envision a future now, because maybe you didn't expect yourself wanting to want these things, having these skills, making money in this way. And maybe now it's like, okay, now that I'm doing this, what does it mean for my life, for where my life is going, for who I'm associating with? And really needing to figure out this week how you can do what you need to make money in an unusual way, to express yourself more authentically, and to arrange your goals, your groups of people that you're associating with, and where you see your life going to accommodate these things that you now want. All right, so that's what you see going on. With Uranus involved at the beginning of the week could be unexpected things regarding money coming in, money going out in some way that may affect or change where it is you saw your life going. Okay, so just be aware of that going on the beginning of this week. Then on Tuesday, that's when everything changes, and Mars moves into Aquarius, which for you is going to be in your 12th house of your insides and your spirituality, and Uranus moves into Taurus, which is going to be in your 3rd house of talk and communication. All right, and that changes things a bit as to where last week and the beginning of this week you were thinking a lot about how you want to make money, what gifts and skills you want to use, and how you can envision a life that's better for you now that you can do more of what's authentic to you. And Tuesday on becomes more about communicating now about your talents, about your money, about where you see your life going in a way that feels better for you. And that could be hard now with Mars in your 12th house, is that communicating perhaps about your new skills, about your new talents, about the new way you're making money perhaps is hard for you because maybe you're still thinking of yourself in an old way, thinking of the person you used to be in the past coming in, or maybe you don't want to communicate about it because it's sensitive to you, or because you'd rather keep it private, some things that have been going on. And I think here this Mars-Uranus square saying you have to communicate now about your talents, maybe even having to communicate now about how you make money, about the skills that it is that you have, even if you have to get out of your comfort zone, talk about things you don't want to talk about, and see your life differently and where you thought your life was going as a result. Okay? So I think what's happening there, if you can do that, if you can change the way you think of yourself, overcome some things that are holding you back, and see a different future for yourself, I think it is going to help you here where Chiron is. with Mars making a sextile to Chiron this week, to feel more confident with this new direction that you were going in, to feel more valued for who it is that you are, perhaps by the other people in your life, and to start to feel, just better all around, like you're using more of the unique talents that you need, that resonate with you to move forward. All right, so that's happening there. While that's going on Tuesday, we also do have the new moon, which I mentioned here in Taurus in your 3rd house. I think bringing fresh energy into the way that you communicate and talk to other people. Maybe you're a little bit scared to communicate about what's going on, or maybe it's hard for you to communicate about what's going on because there's a lot inside you happening, or a lot of things from the past that you're having to rework. But I think this new moon here is really helping you to communicate more and better or different ways about the things that are important to you, about your talents, about some unexpected changes that have occurred, so that you can hopefully move on feeling better, with other people having a better understanding of who it is that you are. Okay, so that's happening there at the beginning of this week. Then the next things that are occurring are going to be on Friday and Saturday of this week, towards the weekend, and that's when Mercury in your 3rd house makes a trine with Saturn in your 11th house. And I think what that could bring on Friday and Saturday, again, I see a lot for you Pisces, communicating, talking. Now with Saturn being in your 11th, talking about where your life is going, maybe communicating with groups of people, clubs, organizations, about your future. Okay, I think maybe towards the beginning of the week, you realized you needed to change your goals, change where your life is going, change the groups of people that you associate with. And I think towards the end of the week, as a result of that realization, you then start to try to communicate with other people or with yourself to now figure out where you see your life going and what groups of people you need to commit to as a result of some change that has taken place over the past few years with Uranus being in Aries. All right. I think you communicating and trying perhaps to come up with or to see your life differently is going to be super important. That's because Mercury, as it's making this trine to Saturn, is going to square the North Node in Leo. And that for you is going to be in your 6th house of your job and your daily routines. So I think you communicating about your goals, about where you see your life going, and what you want to do that's new or maybe different, I think is going to help you have a better job that really resonates with you, have a better set of daily routines, just live a life better externally that you feel like really gets you and uses more of your unique talents in more of a positive way. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Then the last thing I want to talk about is going to happen on Sunday, so the very end of this week, and it's going to be Venus leaving Gemini and moving into Cancer on Sunday. And Cancer for you rules your 5th house of happiness, of love, and of romance, and of children. If you have any children, also of passion projects. So I think as we move on Sunday, you start to think, now that all of this has gone on, now that I'm envisioning a new future for myself that can hopefully help me have a better job, or that I can feel more comfortable on with my job or with my set of daily routines, I think then you're trying to figure out how you can be happy with all of this that has gone on, feel more comfortable with it, work better with kids or a romantic relationship now that some of this stuff has changed. I think you trying to focus on how you can be happy, happier with relationships, happy with money, is then going to help you as well communicate with Venus making a sextile to Uranus in a better way. Communicate about things you enjoy, to open up the doors for you to have better conversations. Okay, but it may be a little bit difficult here with Venus in a square to Chiron, because even though you're communicating perhaps in better ways about things you enjoy, perhaps as well there's still some details you need to work out in regards to money, in regards to your skills, before you can move forward. That may be weighing on you a little bit. Okay, and I think you're starting to feel a little bit better towards the end of the week going on about some conversations that you need to have. Even if there's still some things going on that you may need to work out. All right, another thing I want to mention, sorry, I didn't mention this earlier, that's going on around Saturday, is Jupiter too in a trine with Neptune. And Jupiter is going to be here in, let's see, in your 9th house of something new and different that you have not done before, and Pisces is going to be in your 1st. So even though there could be some things towards the end of the week that you're communicating about, that you're happy about, but maybe still trying to work out some of the details, I think you are at least going to start to feel like you're doing something new that really resonates with you, creating a new identity, feeling more excited about your life. Perhaps you've been trying to do something new for quite some time that excites you in some way. And I think towards the end of this week, you're going to start to feel like, okay, I'm seeing a different future for myself. I'm doing something new that I've been trying to do, and I'm feeling much better about this new thing. Having conversations now, hopefully with other people in ways that make me happy. Still needing to be more confident with this new direction I see my life in. Still needing to figure out how I can apply my talents in a positive way that can help me move forward in some new direction. But I like to think feeling like you're making progress, stepping into some life that you've been trying to work on and to bring it all together. All right, so that's what I'll leave there with you, Pisces. Now your card for the week is the Four of Cups reversed. This card to me comes up when we don't see options and opportunities that are right in front of us, when we're stuck in old ways of thinking and old things, okay? And I think what this card is saying, especially by looking at your chart, is that you have like a chance to envision your life and to create your life doing something new, different, that you've never done before, doing anything that you want, which is a great opportunity for you to do that. You know, that doesn't come around too often here, and maybe you're still stuck in the past. Well, I like my old life before I was doing this new thing, or this old life was comfortable for me, you know, and I really liked this old dream and vision for my life. I thought my life was going to go this way, you know, and I was going to have this kind of family and this kind of career, and now it hasn't. And maybe you're kind of stuck in like, well, I kind of liked that, and I don't know if I want this, or if this is really me. And I think this card is saying you have a big opportunity here right in front of you to create a new life with new dreams, with new goals, with new groups of people coming in, and to really accept it and to see it for the opportunity for what it really is coming in, okay? Because I think that's what's going on. I know a lot of people think that or some people have said in the comments that I think my Pisces are insecure, and it's not that my Pisces are insecure, it's just that I think your life is going in a different direction, maybe that you weren't thinking about, and that's what's causing the issues with the confidence coming in with the second house, since the second house rules confidence, which is what Uranus has been in. And now Chiron is going to be in, okay? And I think the issue is not being confident in yourself. I think you're confident in yourself, but it's being confident in some weird, new, maybe unusual direction that your life has now taken, and maybe wanting to stay back in some tradition, or wanting to use some old gifts and talents, following by some old rules. And I think this card is saying that there is something new that's right in front of you that's meant for you, and you need to be confident in that decision and go in that direction, and realize that you do have what it takes, even if this new direction feels foreign for you, to do the things that you want and need, and to let that happen and to believe, okay? So that's what I've got for you this week, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.